I'm just going to say it. They do. And so they end up having all this, passion and heavy this sex, and they misinterpret that for love. And then you, of course, can have that and have true love.
Yep.
I've had both. And so but marriage, I think that, if people would just slow down and get to know each other really well before they get married and really think about, the commitment, because that's what it comes down to. I think you'd have a lot less marriages.
Well, it seems to me like, people, by not intentionally, just they manage to miss the agreements part of getting married. And so
when you say the agreements part,
you take wedding vows, right? And these are agreements that, are supposed to be these sacred agreements, right? Like, and then there are more practical agreements. Like, I really like doing the dishes. You don't. I do them generally, but you like to cook. So, we have these ways that we trade off in the relationship that are mutually good, right? It seems to me like a lot of couples miss the agreements portion of things.
Because they're too busy having sex.
Maybe they're too busy.
They're not thinking about it. They just want more sex. They're like, this is great. This is my soulmate. I want to get married.
But to your point about getting to know each other better is like that expertise goes a long way, Oftentimes couples treat the relationship like it's really delicate and fragile and they could break it. And it comes at the cost of feeling safe and secure in the relationship, because the moment you treat it like it's breakable, you're accidentally signaling threat to your partner that the relationship is not as strong or robust as, it could be, should be. And so, in a divorce, think about how delicately people are treating that situation and, any inability to calm yourself down at the same time that you're calming your partner down, or any inability that you have to act adult, like, you're the way that you are. I know these things about you. I accept them about you. That's you. To know that about you is you. A lot of times in divorce, people struggle with that. I'm me. I want to be me. And how do we come up with something that's mutually good? It becomes a lot of me and you. I want this. You want this. We can't agree. And then the poor kids get dragged into the middle of that. And so, in PACT, we work with couples that are divorcing because we recognize that they most simply have missed some portions of how to do safety and security in relationship, whether that's through their missing lack of agreements, through maybe misunderstandings that, you have what you want that's, equivalent to what I want. So how do we come up with something mutually agreeable, right? That's good for both of us, that acknowledges what you want and what I want, and what we both think is good for our kids, for example, or what we both think is good for our divorce or extended family during the course of this repair situation.
Do you think that long-term monogamy is realistic?
That's such a tough question. Yes, I think it's realistic, but I think we have to acknowledge that we're living longer than we've ever lived, right? And we change a lot in the course of our lifetime. And so I think it's very realistic, but you have to recognize the limitations of your brain. Because the reality is the brain, habituates things. So we automate things. So after knowing you for a while, I'll start to think that I know you, and it will come at the cost of knowing the real you, what you're really going through right now, the ways that you're changing as I'm changing too and evolving across time.
Well, I think couples just need to be more honest with one another and let go of their fears. They let fears control what they do and they say and they feel, and it destroys relationships.
It destroys relationships, and it's very on point contextually for divorce, because it brings up people's worst fears, right? About how they're going to get screwed in this situation, or what the other person is going to do to them, or what's going to be done to them. And when we operate from fear, it's like the lowest common denominator. We do things that are very selfish and self-protective, and it's not very teamwork, right?
Right.
So, selfish drives a wedge in teamwork.
Yeah.
And so you can't have both. You're either going to work like a team, or you're going to be selfish.
Yeah, in a divorce, you really get to see somebody's true character, too.
Yeah.
We should do a podcast after the broadcast about that. Autumn and I have been through some similar things, and Autumn just recently is going, well, you're not even divorced yet, are you? You're going through a divorce. Not yet. And it's actually fascinating. So you've got this person, and you're madly in love, and you love each other so much, and, a few years go by, maybe a decade, maybe a couple decades, and then they are enemy number one, and you You want to destroy them, and you want them to live in a hole, I mean, it's just unbelievable how brutal people can be to one another, especially since they supposed to be in love, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's how, it's strange. I was talking to somebody the other day. I'm in my mid-30s, and it seems like a lot of women of my friends are going through divorces at the same time. So I don't know if it's like the kids hit a certain age or if it's based on the woman's age or what, but we're all going through these things. And it's like you look around and it is terribly interesting to see how people handle their ex-spouses.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
you talk about bearing your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, the worst, it brings out the worst in some people, not all people.
Not all people.
Yeah.
Not all people.
It is. It's not it's the people, like the couples that I thought would be like, oh, let's, handshake this deal and like move on. Like, now it's become cutthroat. And then there's other ones where they were such a seemingly, easygoing couple. And I don't know. It's like you just don't even know what to expect when they finally
like they want to kill each other. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
so
pretty
Debbie,
close to
how
it.
do you prevent from killing each other?
Well, you got to let your fears. You got to get a hold of your fears. I mean, like. Kids, you mentioned kids, Autumn.
Yeah.
They're lovely, they're awesome, but they are formidable work, and they will pull on you, and they'll pull on a marriage if you don't manage them appropriately.
Yeah.
So many parents, are quick to put their kids first when if they don't put the coupleship first, there's no partnership. That's
right.
They're going to feel threatened. And so, if you put the coupleship first, you guys are both going to be in agreement that the kids come first. And that's really how it needs to go in order to have safety in the relationship, which is I will tend to you. No, I'm not saying I will neglect my child, but I will tend to you because when I tend to you, you'll tend to me. We team up, and we are the best at navigating our
Well,
kid.
and I say it depends upon the age of the child, too.
Yeah.
And ultimately, you just have to be with someone mature enough to have the same goal. And I think once you divorce and then you try to remarry and then have that other spouse try to help you raise your kids, that's just, oh, gosh, you talk about a disaster.
That sounds terrifying.
It's a disaster. It is, It really is, because they don't love your kids like you do. Well, no one loves your kids like you do. They don't.
No.
It's just a law of nature. I mean, you might get a really good person that maybe has an incredible heart that can embrace and love your children as their own, but it's very rare. And that is where the problem is a lot of times, especially after a divorce when someone remarries.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what I think all the time. That's why I'm doubling down on the kittens. I'm like, you know what? If anyone's stepping into this, they're going to get the real deal here.
Yeah.
Like,
there you go.
They're going to take kids, a million animals, and whatever. And it'll scare away, I would assume, 99.9% of men.
Oh, my gosh. Well, okay, so where do you want to go with this, Debbie?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm happy to roll in any direction. But, here's the thing. You'd think that people would get divorced because they want to end the pattern of pain, right? Like that's the reason that you would divorce was that commitment to end the pattern of pain. But lots of people carry that pattern of pain forward. Yeah. And it comes at the cost
Most do.
Yeah, and it comes at the cost of this beautiful opportunity to do self-work, right? Like if your divorce is causing you that much agony about your partner, that much agony about life, that much agony about your kids that you would say like something is going on here. And what a beautiful opportunity for me to work on myself. And a lot of people don't do that, which is also really shocking.
Yeah.
Because then they carry that pain forward.
The
and
distraction. People love the distraction.
Well, that's how the divorce happened in the first place. Because probably one or both of those people wasn't able to look at themselves in the mirror and say, how am I guilty here? What have I done wrong? Right?
And how can I grow from this? Like, even if I'm in agonizing pain, that's usually such an amazing motivator. Yet in divorce, oftentimes people are in agonizing pain. They're like, I don't need any help because it's the other person's fault. Instead of being able to say, like, regardless, I'm in pain and I need to do something for myself about this pain. Like, I can't control someone else and their behavior, but I can certainly control mine and learn how to manage this differently better. Yet that's not what happens. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
But when you're able to, there are these mythical unicorn couples that are very, very capable of engaging their emotional maturity and working together towards what's in the best interest of their kids and in the best interest of their growing families. Because, they're likely going to gain another significant other and then the family's growing again. And they're not out there. They're out there. And they seem to understand that, like having mutual agreements, working towards something that honors what both parties want, treating each other with respect is a way of self-respect. And models for their kids really what they're wanting, right? Because at the end of the day, your kids are the ones who are really going to hurt.
Oh, gosh.
And even if there are no kids involved, you're
Be
still
nice.
You're still going to go into the next relationship with all of the unresolved issues from the first one.
Absolutely.
So, like, you owe it to yourself to get that cleaned up.
Yeah.
Like, why would you let anyone
That's the
walk into
biggest
that
thing
scenario?
I wish people knew. I wish people knew that from jumping from relationship to relationship, you're just like setting yourself up for that same thing again.
Yeah, you're changing one set of problems for another set of problems because you're going to, you have to be able to, no matter what kind of relationship you're in, you're going to have problems. You're going to have things that are thrown in front of you that you have to overcome and learn how to get past it. But I don't know, so many people do think that, it's not me. I'm just going to go right on to the next one.
The grass is greener. And
the grass is greener. What's another great expression from all that?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Well, we've got a great show continuing on here. Debbie, thank you so much. Can't wait to have you on again. We ought to do a podcast after the broadcast.
Yeah, we
really
should.
dig
we keep
down
on
deep.
Talking about it. But we just do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. We've got a great show continuing on. Autumn Conley is going to be talking about what's really in your milk or dairy products. And Robert Whitaker is an American journalist, an author who has won numerous awards as a journalist covering medicine and science. We're going to be talking about anatomy of an epidemic, psychiatric drugs, and the astonishing rise of mental illness in America. Stay tuned, everyone. You're listening to One Life Radio.
Navigate myself to take me where you be. Because girl,
Wellbeing Journal is a remarkable bi-monthly health publication esteemed by intelligent readers worldwide. It's available in print or digital, single issues or subscription. Its focus is on living a happy, healthy life and preventing or healing illnesses naturally. Preventing or healing cancer, arthritis, cardiovascular conditions, and digestive issues, as well as nutritional solutions for optimal health are regular subjects. Learn more at wellbeingjournal.com.
Hi, this is Vaughn Eaglin. As a licensed professional counselor and supervisor, I spend my career helping people cope with emotional problems. But today, I want to talk to you about nutrition. People ask me all the time for nutrition and weight loss advice, and I always find myself recommending a raw vegan protein, a food supplement called Warrior Blend by Sun Warrior. I wasn't always active and fit. In fact, I was very overweight as a child, and as a counselor, I must emphasize the importance of the mind-body connection. A clean body helps with a clean mind. Start today with Sun Warrior Blend Raw Vegan Protein. For more information, go to sunwarrior.com and start living clean today.
Hi, everyone. It's Bernadette. Everyone knows that I'm a strong believer in the numerous health benefits of cannabinoids and CBD oils. As with any supplement, I always do my research and my homework to find the highest quality product on the market. That's why I'm so happy to announce our partnership with the H Hemp Company, founded by a group of the most experienced and respected names in the CBD community. H Hemp offers a line of innovative products that are all natural and tested for quality. Choose from flavorful oils, restorative body balm, and minty breath spray, all at affordable prices. And for every H Hemp product sold, the company makes a donation towards the fight against opioid and anti-anxiety drug addiction, an epidemic affecting millions of families across the nation today. H Hemp products produce a sense of calm, fight post-workout inflammation, and the company gives back to our community. What more could we ask for? Search online for H Hemp Company and use the code OLR for 20% off your first order. That's OLR for 20% off your first order.
Hi, I'm Bob Barker. This is my friend Benny. Before you buy cosmetics, personal care, or household products, you be sure they have not been tested on animals. Everything from floor cleaner to shampoo is poured into animals' eyes and down their throats. They suffer intensely. Some even go blind. The price is never right for products tested on animals. Visit PETA.org for a list of cruelty-free companies.
This is Jill with the One Life Radio Fueling Champions Minute. Did you know magnesium is a cofactor in more than 300 enzyme systems that regulate diverse biochemical reactions in the body, including protein synthesis, muscle and nerve function, blood glucose control, and blood pressure? Magnesium is required for energy production, oxidative phosphorylation, and glycolysis. That's a mouthful. How do you know if you're getting enough? Signs and symptoms of possible magnesium deficiency include restless leg syndrome, agitation, insomnia, muscle stiffness, cramping, and aches. Well, where do you find magnesium? Food sources include raw almonds, leafy greens like cooked spinach and chard, raw cashews, pumpkin seeds, black beans, avocados, and my favorite, dark chocolate. Don't forget those Epsom